This bill is ridiculous. It is Congress at its worst. A bunch of people who haven't unloaded a dishwasher ever, telling the American people what legislation, what kind of dishwashers they should or should not be able to buy. On behalf of every American woman who's going to load and unload tonight and again tomorrow morning, I yield back.
So before we play the rest of that clip of the incredible Katie Porter laying a devastating takedown of her MAGA counterpart, Congressman Jeff Duncan, I want to provide a bit of context about why that amazing takedown was happening in the first place. Because Katie Porter always has a great reason to absolutely embarrass someone. And this time, it's because the least productive Congress in history, this MAGA majority in the House, has found something new to get upset about. And no, it's not gas stoves. It's not Ted Cruz complaining about beer. It's not Alejandro Mayorkas just doing his job and MAGA Republicans trying to distract from the fact they haven't been able to do anything, and they can't, and they won't, and they have no policy. No, now it's dishwashers that they're upset about. So before I play the rest of this clip again, I want to add a little bit of context. House Republicans on Tuesday approved 2 bills rolling back Energy Department efficiency standards on refrigerators and dishwashers. Now, Republicans called the Biden administration rules expensive and impractical, while Democrats defended them as a way for consumers to save money and reduce greenhouse gas pollution that contributes to climate change. Both of those things, the Democratic response is being true. A bill by Republican Representative Marionette Miller Meeks of Iowa would curtail Energy Department rules on refrigerators. A separate measure by New York Republican Nick Langworthy would bar the administration from implementing or enforcing new efficiency rules if they are not cost-effective or technologically feasible, and result in significant energy conservation. The refrigerator bill was approved 212 to 192, while the dishwasher measure was adopted 114 to 192. Both bills will now go to the Democratic-controlled Senate, where they are unlikely to advance. And the White House said that it strongly opposes both measures, but stops short of a veto threat if the bills reach President Biden's desk. Now, like I said, I want to play a little bit more context before the rest of this Katie Porter clip. And so first, I want to show Rep. Jeff Duncan and what he was complaining about. His inability to run a dishwasher correctly. Oh, what a travesty. MAGA has found another way to be a victim, and this time it is at the expense of their appliances that they can't load correctly. They can't wash their dishes correctly. Let's just check out this ridiculousness.
But I do load and unload the dishwasher. And I can tell you, Mr. Speaker, that many times I have opened the dishwasher, loaded properly with the right amount of dishwashing liquid or Pod put in, that all the dishes aren't clean. Rinsed off before they were put in to the gentlelady, and had to run it again. And Americans know this.
These people are wasting our times. They're just professional time wasters. Again, the least productive Congress in recent history. And it's kind of clear why. They don't really know what they want or what they're doing. Of course, what they want is to oppose President Biden. They don't want to make the lives of their constituents better. This Congress has specialized in voting against things, the Republicans in this Congress at least, and then taking credit for them. We've seen Lauren Boebert, Marjorie Taylor Greene do that many, many times because, of course, they don't know how to pass legislation, and if they did, it would be hurtful to their constituents. So MAGA, like I said, has found a new way to be a victim, and Katie Porter responded so perfectly to this. So let's see the full clip.
I would like to yield. Are you willing to engage in this? Representative Duncan, I'd like to know if you know what the average utility cost is a month to run a dishwasher. Nope, he doesn't know. $2 to $4 a month. In other words, about a third of a Frappuccino. $2 to $4 a month. Mr. Duncan, do you know about how much a dishwasher costs, Representative Duncan? Like a mid-range dishwasher? Nope, he doesn't know. About 800, 900. You want to get fancier, like 1,000? Representative Duncan, do you know the best ways, the most important things you can do to make your dishwasher get the dishes clean? No, not a dishwasher expert. Loading it correctly. Mr. Chair, do you know how long it takes to load a what the most important technique is to load a dishwasher correctly? It is loading it correctly. Well, I'm asking. Because what I haven't heard, I've heard a lot about the Biden border, the so-called border crisis. What I haven't heard about is anything about dishwashers. So as somebody who saved and scrimped and was so proud to get a new dishwasher and can tell you a lot about them, what they cost, what kinds of features they have, how to load it properly, which I wish every person, every man and child in America would listen to their wife.
Gentlewoman, another 2 minutes.
Would listen to their spouse about how to load the dishwasher correctly. Those are the most important things that make your dishes get clean. This bill is ridiculous. It is Congress at its worst. A bunch of people who haven't unloaded a dishwasher ever, telling the American people what legislation, what kind of dishwashers they should or should not be able to buy. On behalf of every American woman who's going to load and unload tonight and again tomorrow morning, I yield back.
Gentlelady yields.
And Katie Porter is so right. This is Congress at its worst. This is a Congress that has been so ineffective that they can't keep a speaker, they can't pass bills, they can't keep an agenda straight. And so, again, they've just found ridiculous issues to get upset about instead of addressing any of the real concerns of the American people. And to finish this up, I think another important argument that was made on the House floor, something really incredible that was talked about, was Democratic Congresswoman Melanie Stansbury, who said something that I think is just so perfect about where MAGA's concern is, rather than it being on the American people. And I think she put it so perfectly that you just have to watch. Let's check it out.
I rise today in opposition not only to this rule, but the bills that it advances. And I have to say that I am amazed daily by the debates that I hear in this chamber and in our committees, and outraged that the GOP is using the floor to advance a hateful agenda, to take away voting rights, and to advance insane legislation. Because 1 week after we celebrated this great nation's independence, we are here today as they're putting forward legislation to protect our kitchen appliances. That's right, folks. Running bills on the floor entitled "The Freedom of Refrigerators" and "Dignity for Dishwashers." I'm not making this up. These are the real names of the bills that they're running this week. Because apparently, they're more concerned about the freedom of our refrigerator than the freedom to make decisions about our own bodies. They're more concerned about our dishwashers than they are about democracy. And they're more concerned about appliances than an autocrat who is seeking re-election, who says he wants to be a dictator on day one. So I ask my colleagues, honestly, how do you do this with a straight face? Because y'all, this ain't normal. This is insane. Is this the freedom and democracy that our country fought for? Arguing for kitchen appliances? Is this what your constituents are telling you? Because mine are telling me that they're terrified about the future of this country and about their families and their rights. They're asking us to fight to protect LGBTQ rights and abortion, to address climate change, to lower costs, to protect voting rights. And you're over here asking us to vote on a bill to protect the rights of dishwashers and refrigerators. It's insane. So I'm just like at a loss. It's time to wake up. It's time to get to work. It's time to serve the American people, because literally our democracy depends on it. And I yield back.
They're more concerned about the freedom of our refrigerator than the freedom to make decisions about our own bodies. They're more concerned about our dishwashers than they are about democracy. That's the Republican Party. There's no agenda, there's no action, there's no goals, there's no how do we make our constituents' lives better. It's just grievance and anger and misdirection of hate in every which way, that they don't want to accomplish anything first, but they just want to create these fake issues to get people to think that they're doing anything, that there's any intention behind all these actions, but there is certainly not. And that's why it's so great that we have someone like Katie Porter calling out these Republicans. But it's just incredibly ridiculous that this is what our Congress has come to. These people are buffoons. You know, I've played clips, a specific clip multiple times of Liz Cheney. And again, I know Liz Cheney has conservative policy positions, but saying that we have to stop electing idiots. And that's who these Republicans are. They don't know how to govern. They're there to get, you know, clips to go fundraise off of. And it's nothing more than that. It's about grievance and fundraising, getting a little time on Newsmax or Fox or whatever it may be. And it's just sad. So thank you, Katie Porter, for putting these Republicans in their place. And if you liked this video and enjoy someone who likes to shut down Republicans, myself that is, please drop a blue heart in the comments to let me know that you watched to the end of this video so I can thank you for your support. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Hit that subscribe button. It goes a long way in helping grow this channel. And if you like this video and if you like what we're talking about here, make sure to leave a like, hit that like button on this video, and I will see y'all next time.